And boom goes the dynamite. Let's turn that towards you more. Yeah. All right. Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman, joined today for the review by Rob.
What's going on, people?
Rob, we are here to talk NXT from August 26th, 2020. Different show lined up for us tonight. Had some different commentary even.
Oh, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you.
Wade Bad is back. Good to see him on commentary again. We're going to go through all of that. What happened with the NXT Championship? We had some title matches tonight, and we had some great women's action in the ring. So make sure that you guys are here, and you guys stick it out with us as we get ready to run through the entire show, courtesy of you. But for now, let's start off with the intro.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right, guys. Love that intro from Montezzi. Never gets old. Big shout out to Montezzi. Make sure you guys show him some love on Twitter. He's done themes for Big Swole, Sammy Guevara. Just greatness, man. Love the theme. Rob, let's talk some NXT, brother.
Let's get into it.
How'd you feel about Wade Barrett on commentary first? We were just talking about him.
It was a nice change since seeing that we've been missing Morrow for a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, I know.
It's been weird, too, because they'll say, like, Morrow's right there, and they'll talk, and then Morrow's not there at all. He's just probably doing commentary from his home studio or something, I would guess.
I respect it. Distance yourself.
Yeah.
Same thing Beth Phoenix is doing.
I'm glad to see Vic Joseph get a shot, too. Vic Joseph never really seems to get enough love from everybody as far as that goes. Just very different, man. Very different feel tonight to the show overall and everything that was happening. Karrion Kross. Let's start with him. You're the Keith Lee fan, bro. How were you feeling once you got the news about Karrion Kross?
Before I heard the news on Sunday that he was going to be debuting on Monday, I was a little upset that they took the belt off of him, 45 days after he won it?
Yeah. Was it 45?
I believe it was 45.
Yeah. I mean, it was July 4th, so Great American Bash. That's kind of garbage.
I mean,
do you have faith in the main roster run? I mean, I know we usually don't talk Raw and SmackDown on here.
Well, so far he's had a good showing in the ring, but what's up with that attire? What's up with that music, man? I know it's a whole deal with CFOs and they're distancing themselves, but they gotta fix that. At least keep the vocals.
True that. What's going on, Ace? No Lara. Casey Briggs, not a fan of NXT, but still leaving a like. We appreciate the support, good brother. Chris DeZuba, what's going on? Let's see. I'm going to watch National Treasurer. That's a good idea, Casey. Insider joke. Let's see here.
Clap, clap.
Foul, what's going on? Meet the new Foul Original Wrestling, new mod in the chat. Foul, what's happening? Great wrestling weekly recap that you had earlier. Hubbard Wrestling Weekly in the house. What's up, Sean? We got to get you on the podcast again, brother. Yes. It's another Finn Balor incident, No Lara said. Not wrong about that.
Yeah. It's a Tomasso Ciampa incident, too.
Bobby Khan, what's going on, Nelson? Sleeping tonight, he says.
Has to work today.
Yeah. So, the NXT Championship, Karrion Kross comes out in the sling.
I noticed it right away. I was like, here we go.
Dude, Karrion Kross in the sling. I said this has got to be it, man.
Bad news.
I don't know how I felt about. I thought he gave a great promo for someone who hasn't really spoken too much in NXT. But Karrion Kross did his thing here, and I want to kind of see him come back. I think there's like a redemption storyline here too. Does that make him a babyface?
Absolutely not.
No?
Keep that man heelish and evil as you can.
I like it, but what happens with Scarlett? At first, I thought they could have done something weird like, oh, Scarlett's going to defend the title for me. I don't know. I was just thinking outside the box. Crazy stuff happens sometimes on NXT.
She just bashes the little the sands of time over somebody's head.
Yeah, it could have been, or throws the sand in their face.
Hey.
You never know. But what does Scarlett do now?
I just hope this doesn't end up like a Mark Merrow Sable situation where they keep her on TV and she gets more over.
That would be bad news.
Told you the solution to that, right?
What?
I don't think I can say it on air. It involves creating an intern.
Let me see here. Narcolepsy Boy, what's up, Malik? Make sure you guys check out his channel as well. Kross was my guy. I'm hurt by the injury. Worst part about wrestling, man.
Absolutely. That and aging.
Yeah, when someone starts like going downhill a little bit, it hurts your soul a little bit for the most part. But let's see here. Chris Zupa said, get Scarlett in the ring. She's awesome in-ring talent. But it's like Rob said, if she gets more over, that's bad news for you. Because look at what happened with Mark Merrow and Sable. A lot of people don't remember this, but Mark Merrow got powerbombed by Sable, and some people refused to lose to him after that. Like, they were like, yo, she's more over than you. I'm not wrestling you.
What?
It could honestly happen. So, and Scarlett's a great talent. I'm not saying you're wrong at all, Chris. I'm just saying that Kross has to be very careful with what he says. Now, he leaves this championship down, and before we get into what's going to actually happen with it, what were your thoughts when the title was left there with the hourglass? And
I did like his parting words where he said, every road has its obstacles, but to me, the obstacles are the road. So he's going to go through whatever he can to get back to where he's at, and he left it with a warning. Tick-tock.
Yeah. Oh, Chris Azuba said Mark Merrow sucked, though. How dare you, good sir. Johnny B. Bad was awesome. And Wildman Mark Merrow had potential until Sable came in there, in my opinion.
He had a great 452.
Yeah, Shooting Star Press, too. Yeah. But he leaves the championship there. We're going to just talk more about it in 1 second. Now, before we get into this... Oh, go ahead.
I just got to say something about Mark Merrow. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have got this to Austin 316. He busted open his lip.
Yeah.
Sent him to the hospital.
Yeah, and he was feeling definitely some type of way about that, too, afterwards. Now, guys, if you guys are familiar with the podcast, there's going to be several plugs tonight, so I got to show some love to different people. And it is not time for your favorite plug, but it's time for a new one. Now, we have a new wrestling video game getting ready to come out via Virtual Basement. I don't know if you guys have heard of it yet, but it looks pretty awesome. It's going to be an independent wrestling game. You guys can go out there and support Virtual Basement. They have a new independent video game out. I believe it's called, is it called Green Men? It's a game with like little army guys, and you run around in third person, just tagging, shooting people up, doing different things. It's a video game. It's pretty cool, though, from the looks of it.
It's kind of like that old Nintendo 64 game that came out, the Army Men.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that.
It honestly, dude, it reminds me more so of Toy Story than anything else. Like, you know, those the little army dudes are running around. The Mean Greens is what it's called. So you guys can check it out, support them by that. But I've got the trailer here. I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity to check it out, but I'm going to play it for you guys so you can see who's in the game. And there's plenty more names to come and more news to come on the game. So big shout out to Virtual Basement for allowing me to use this. Now, there's no release date yet on the game, but you guys can follow Virtual Basement's Twitter, Instagram, everywhere they're going to be. The Wrestling Code, that game looks pretty dope. They've got a lot of all-star names in there. So make sure you guys check it out when it's time for it to come out. Support, man. We need more independent wrestling video games.
Yeah, we need better games. Take note, 2K.
Speaking of that, let's talk about two tag teams that remind me of wrestling video games. The first match tonight was for the NXT Tag Team Championships. We've got Imperium taking on Breezango.
Now, if you don't know, Breezango did win on the pre-show for the Takeover this past weekend.
Reviewing the archives?
They pinned Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, right?
Probably. Sorry, I want them to be treated better.
Same. Well, this is why they were in this position.
Exactly. Now, I don't know, man. I don't know how I felt about this match. It felt weird. It felt out of place. It was happening, but
I get why they did it, though.
Please elaborate. Let's get into this matchup.
The match was your standard fare, you know. Imperium comes out. They're dominating most of the match. Technically sound versus Breezango's flashy offense. And long story short, Breezango are the new tag team champions.
Yeah.
The reason they did this is I'm not sure what the travel restrictions are right now, but NXT UK is coming back in a couple weeks, and Imperium has two more members, and Walter and what's the old dude from Sanity's name? The German dude.
Oh my gosh, I can't even remember who was in that group now. To the Google machine.
Damn, this is bad.
Listen, it's not my fault.
But anyway, they're going to go back over there, and Imperium's going to be back on top like that.
Alexander Wolf.
I kept wanting to say Sylvester for some reason.
Been watching way too much La Resistance, huh? But yeah, it was a standard tag team match. But if you guys were following me on Twitter at EPW Show, see it down below. I was talking about Breezango kind of needed this moment. More specifically, Tyler Breeze. This dude has grinded and busted his ass for years. Derek brought it up on the podcast before. I kind of told him, like, yo, this dude Tyler Breeze is really good. Derek got into, like, him and Dolph Ziggler. This is what brought him back into wrestling slowly. And lo and behold, he never got anything. He wasn't being used as much after they stopped the brand split. And we wound up in this weird situation where he was like, send me back to NXT or let me go. So we're back here. He's in NXT, and I feel like it's a great spot for him, but I feel like he's in the teacher role now more than anything else.
And also, Big Joseph made a note to point out that this is the first title for either man in WWE.
Yeah.
Not just NXT. And if you look back at Fandango, that's what he's going by now, right?
Yeah.
He headlined a WrestleMania with Chris Jericho. That was one of the marquee matches they were advertising.
I was there. It was my first Mania.
And he's never won a title after that.
I think he was going to be Intercontinental Champion until he got injured.
That's another case of them hot-shotting. Like, oh, that it was over. And that's all they saw on him. And
shout out to the first original girl with the brunette who he was dancing with, UB, University of Buffalo. So big shout out to her. Yeah, I don't know, man. But eventually in the match, they end up missing their, I forgot, is it called the Unibomb? What's their finisher called? The European Uppercut Powerbomb combo. They go for it. Breeze gets out of it and ducks. Super kick city for both of them. And he tags Fandango, who hits a double leg drop for the pin. I feel bad for your hips and lower back one day, my guy. But happy to see you guys as NXT Tag Team Champions.
Such a good looking move too, man. But like you said, lower back, the knees, the thighs.
Trust me, brother.
It does its damage.
Trust me. Go for the sleeper hole. If you learn anything, do the sleeper. But I thought it was a great match, though. Like not great in that, not great as far as the in-ring aspect, but great for that moment. I was just happy to see Tyler Breeze as champion. They were celebrating up on the stage where the announcers were, Wade Barrett and Fandango getting into it, or not Fandango, Tyler Breeze just dancing. They look like they were happy, so good for them, man. Do you think this is going to be a long title reign for them?
Nope.
Damn. But what do you think about the tag division right now, though? I feel like it's in a lull, too.
We're going to have to get into that later in the night, because I got some theories about that.
moving on. Speaking of theories that need to be cut, let's talk about Manscaped.
That was a bad transition, man.
We'll get into that too later. Manscaped, the Lawnmower 3.0. You guys can get this puppy for 20% off if you go to manscaped.com and put in our promo code EPW Show. And not only will you get this beautiful, now it's going down, beautiful razor, you will also get free delivery by using my promo code. So what are you guys waiting for? Don't care? Shave some hair. All right? That's how we're going to roll with this tonight, boys. Now, we've got cologne you guys could get.
This is good stuff, too. I just started using it.
A little strong, right? A little bit. Yeah.
Do it lightly.
What everyone needs to me is the ball deodorant and the foot deodorant. You can't go wrong with these. The toes, fellas. I know they're stinking, and we all know about the cheese. So make sure you guys take care of that as well. And last but not least, get the ball toner. You know, you polish your...
Shine them up.
Yeah, you polish your bowling ball before you use it, right? Polish your 2 best bowling balls before you use them. And we've got some other cool stuff. Go to manscaped.com, promo code EPW Show. Also, have to give a shout out to my good friends at powerslam.tv. My friend Connor messaged me asking about the promo code today. He wanted to use it to research some of his favorite independent wrestlers. So, go to powerslam.tv, promo code EPW Show. 1 month free on your boy. If you like it, subscribe to the service. Well worth it. I am subscribed to powerslam.tv, so make sure you guys check it out. And got to give 2 quick shout-outs to 2 podcasts. My good friends at Everything College Basketball gearing up to come back for the season. They have a Facebook page. They're talking all the latest in college basketball, the latest recruits. So make sure you guys show some love to my boy Josh Burton. And got to show some love to my boy Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot. They will have advertisements in at the end of this podcast. So make sure you guys show them love on the audio versions. Enough shilling.
Gotta pay the bills.
You damn right. Feel free to donate, people. Help out. And we got some t-shirt sale, too.
Oh, yeah. tpublic.com/user/EPW. We've got t-shirts, hoodies, tanks, mugs, phone cases, all 35% off right now. And that goes until 3 a.m. Friday morning. Go get some.
All designed by Rob, so make sure you show some love. What?
Mods.
Yeah.
Get this man.
Somebody kicked PR Nightmare out for promoting filth in the chat. Filthy. Anyway, Damian Priest is backstage. Your boy Damian Priest, he's showing off the new NXT Championship, North American Champion, won it in a ladder match. But your other boy comes up, Timothy Thatcher. Yeah, and he says that he is a disgrace and he doesn't need ladders to beat him in a match. Is this the first feud you want to see maybe for the North American title? You're the Damian Priest fan.
Why not? I want to know what your thoughts on Damian Priest are now. That you have some time to digest what he's been trying to do.
Okay. All right. I feel like there's a lot of people in NXT right now that I feel like something's missing or not connecting fully. And it's not in the sense of like, oh, they put on bad matches, disrespecting them. There's something with the characters that don't make sense. And we'll probably run through some of the names later. But with Damian Priest, I felt like that for a little bit. Now, as far as the ladder match goes, he was one of the people that could have easily won it. I mean, he's no Cameron Grimes. But Damian Priest was... he's got the look, and you know what? At his age, it's now or never. Like, let this dude do his thing and just go out there and perform. That's what Damian Priest is here to do, so I'm trying to buy into the character more. And shout out to Brandy Lauren from Buffalo as well, who was in the hot tub with him. Joey Janela's girl. So, not mad at it.
I don't know. For me, with Damian Priest, like, we know the man can work. He can move. He can talk. He's got a great look. I feel like sky's the limit for him. He kind of reminds me of like I'd say late Razor Ramon, early Scott Hall in WCW. Scott Hall is one of those cases that should have been bigger than what he was, but he let his demons get in his own way.
Hey, yo.
It's true.
Hey, what? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I love Scott Hall. I thought he was a great Intercontinental Champion, and I think Priest could be in that same role.
Yeah, he reminds me of a Scott, like a Razor Scott, but he also reminds me of like Edge when he first started showing up, like when he was like that whole Creature of the Night thing. Like you really didn't get what he was doing. He was just in the crowd, just
so with
chilling
me,
in alleys and stuff.
I get Blade vibes when I see him. Kinda.
Exactly.
Okay, respect. So, all right, there was a pound right there. Respect, because I think he's more like the gothic Creature of the Night who gets all the ladies, and that's when he's like, oh, it's nighttime, I'm out, I'm cool, boom, I'm out.
No more mesh tanks.
Yeah, and please, no more of the arrow. I can't with that anymore in the entrance.
Hey, he's hitting his target.
He's got the title. We cut to a backstage scene of a meeting of the minds with Triple H, HBK, Regal, and Matt Bloom. It's crazy when Regal has the most hair out of all of them. Like, wild. Man. But they're meeting backstage discussing what's going to happen with the NXT Championship. And hey, what's going on? We got some people in here. Hold on. We're getting questions too. By the way, I saw the Derek order shirt comment. You could blame Derek for that, for why that's not there. Derek's sitting right here behind me too. So Derek in front. Derek, pop in here so people don't think I'm lying. Derek is right here in the studio with us. So don't fall for any of his... It's his fault why you don't have a shirt.
I got you.
I've been hearing that for a month. A month. So blame him.
Nah, I got you. They coming.
All right? I don't do graphics.
They coming. I got you.
I got enough work to do. Now, Malik Murray says he's got a question. Do you think that they're going to have a tournament for the NXT Championship? Malik, more on that in a second. Stay with us. I promise. You're going to like what you're going to hear, I think. Somebody ban PR. What are you guys doing?
Don't ban him.
Jessica, how you doing, Jessica? Thank you for coming in here. I hope you and the fam are good. Gladly, I've made one of your lives. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in here. Malik, save those questions for the end. If we have time, we will try to answer them. Jake Atlas, Tomasso Ciampa. I'm not even going to talk about this, except for in the entrance, Tomasso Ciampa's hoodie and the new face mask, dope.
Agreed. Now, my only thoughts on this match was, why Jake Atlas?
Man, he wanted to be on TV.
I get, like, it's sympathetic, but could have used somebody else.
Man, he needed that ass whooping, all right? So he eats a headbutt. Tomasso Ciampa finishes him off. Whatever. The main story came from after the match, because you didn't know, is Tomasso Ciampa a heel? Is he a face? Is he still, fighting the good fight? Well, we found out real quick. He whooped Jake Atlas' ass after the match.
And he's right back where he needs to be. Because face Tomasso wasn't working for me.
A heel, man. Anybody who spits on someone's wedding ring and throws it into the crowd, that guy hurts souls, bro. I prefer the heel Tomasso Ciampa.
The Black Heart.
Reminds me more of Lucas. Hopefully he listens. Shout out to Lucas. But yeah, he ended up beating Jake Atlas down, and then he catapulted him underneath the ring. I like that spot. I thought it was something different, creative, way to use the ring to your advantage. Catapults Jake Atlas into it. Shout out to the CZW ref. I can't think of his name right now. Is it John Drake? What's his name? Well, whoever. The guy who looks like John Cena. He was like, "What are you thinking?" Like, you can hear him the whole time.
Got nothing to do with you.
He's just yelling craziness, and people were digging it. So after all of this happens, he just waits for him. They're putting him on a gurney. He's hurt. He's injured. I don't know if this was just gonna wheel him off, but Tomasso waits perfectly and then grabs the guy and DDTs him on the floor. Jake Atlas got destroyed in this.
What does he call the DDT? The Widow's Bow or something?
I think so. I haven't heard it in a while, but he basically hits a draping DDT off of the stretcher, gurney, whatever you want to call it, onto the floor. Tomasso's back as a badass. I'm for it.
I feel like it was something missing.
Let's see here. Broken. We'll get back to that in a second. Let's see. PR Nightmare can never ban me. Turn me into Michael Myers and see me everywhere. You. Shout out. Can't wait for that movie when it finally comes out too. Chris Zuba said heel Ciampa is the best. And everybody's throwing the hands up for Derek. Y'all need to throw the hands up for him to do his job. That's what you need to do. Tired of this, damn it. So after this, we get a little backstage interaction, we'll say.
Hoopla.
Bronson Reed is saying, yeah, Timothy Thatcher wants to fight Damian Priest, but I have a win over Damian Priest, so I think I'm next in line for the North American Championship. And lo and behold, who makes their return?
One of the missing disciples, Austin Theory, back from his quote-unquote suspension.
Whatever it was. Austin Theory comes back and basically insults Bronson Reed, saying, yeah, I main evented, or not main evented, but I was at WrestleMania at the age of 22. Maybe by the time you're 55, you'll be almost as good as me now. And Bronson Reed lays the meanest dad slap on him, just slaps him right across his face, and Theory has the dumb, they always do the dumb look like, and the camera cuts away. That was the pun earlier for the cut theory. So if you guys didn't get that, that was for that. I don't know, Rob. How do you feel about Austin Theory coming back? Should he went back with Seth? Would you kept a main roster?
Nah, because I think it gives Buddy Murphy or Murphy more time to shine on his own. He's with Seth, but he gets more of a spotlight on him.
Right.
And Theory's 22, 23, whatever, however old he is.
There's time. I think we got to quit rushing some of these guys to be like champs and moving them too fast. So, you guys use the Lawnmower 3.0 on Derek's head and don't even give him camera time. You guys are harsh. Chris, Derek did this to himself. Number one, I didn't boot Derek off the show. Derek is more than welcome to come in and give his thoughts whenever he wants. But Derek is in the chat talking with you guys as well. So he missed part of the show. That's probably why he didn't feel like coming on here talking about it. Now, we get Mia Yim coming out. She's getting ready to face Mercedes Martinez. Lo and behold, here comes your boy, Robert Stone. What's up with Robert Stone wearing the granny glasses with the gold?
It makes you mad, don't it?
It does. He's a heel. Thank you for being a friend. That's exactly what I thought of as soon as I saw it. He reminded me of the grandma from Golden Girls. What was her name?
Oh, Sophia?
Yeah. I was just like, what? But maybe that's what Robert Stone was going for. I think he's a great manager, though. He reminds me of classic 80s managers. He comes out there and he says, oh, you think I'm going to let Mercedes Martinez fight you? And I thought he was going to send Aaliyah into the ring to fight the match for him because Aaliyah's always under his nose, basically, sucking up to him. And he gets ran over for the third time by a tank by Shotzi Blackheart. Is this not a safe work environment? We should not have tanks everywhere. If you guys don't stop with the damn hands in the chat. If when this shirt comes out, I better see like 6 of them sold immediately. Like the moment they pop up. But what did you think, Rob? He gets hit with the tank again and Shotzi inserts herself into the match. Any thoughts on Robert Stone, the tank, something?
Well, they were building up her running him over again on Twitter over the last couple of days. It was over 40 days since the last time he was hit.
Mm-hmm.
The last tank incident, so they had to correct that.
They got to put that like backstage maybe as like a safety environment.
It's stupid, but it's funny to me. It's stupid in a good way.
I think it's also not for our audience either. I think it's like as a kid you remember stupid stuff like that. Like that works. I'm not mad at it. And you know what? I'm happy for Shotzi. She's trying to find a way to get over. The tank sticks out. The green hair sticks out. She's doing what she can. So she wrestles Mia Yim in this, and Rob, you had some hot takes as far as two baby faces taking on each other. We were talking kind of about Mia Yim and Shotzi during this, so I think we should just let it out because there's really not much to say about the match.
Yeah, the match, it was standard fare. Nothing special, really. Shotzi, to me, she is like an Alexa Bliss case. Her character does more for me than her actual in-ring work does. Same thing with Mia Yim. I feel like Mia Yim does better in gimmick matches than she does in straight-up wrestling matches. I don't know if it's just something missing or their attitude going into it, but
like I
something's
said,
not there.
I can go through the list of people who I feel like something's missing from, so I don't know. They gotta do something here. Now, Shotzi gets the win with the senton. Is there a name for that?
She's fallen senton.
Whatever.
Probably something like taking care of business or something. She got the TCB tattoo. She's always screaming out.
Now, I could see a Mia Yim heel turn from this. She looked very frustrated. She lost her dance partner in Keith Lee. He's on Monday Night Raw, basking in his own glory, I guess. Damn, man. Is Mia going for the NXT Women's Championship? I think everybody is at this point. But I don't think she's next in line, though, if you're asking that, Malik.
Not for a while, I think.
Right. So what do you think, Rob, as far as who needs to turn heel out of these two more? Is it Mia Yim?
Out of Mia Yim and Shotzi?
Yeah.
Mia.
Because I feel like they both need a little bit of adrenaline. I think Shotzi just needs that person to work with that'll make her look like a superstar. Mia Yim needs to just start coming out in the Timbs and stomping people.
Shotzi kind of reminds me of like I don't want to say like Jeff Hardy, but it's like she falls really well. She can take bumps really well.
Yeah, maybe that. I think that's one of her inspirations, honestly, with the green hair and everything else. Fowl said this was a great match to him. Yeah, interesting. The chat seems like they are really behind Shotzi, though.
Oh no,
So.
I like Shotzi too, but when she gets in the ring, she leaves more to be desired.
I like Mia Yim too, though. It's some things. The whole package isn't lining up. If I'm talking like Bruce Pritchard on his podcast now. Something's not there though. That's missing.
But we got to remember too. Technically, NXT still is developmental, so they can work on that.
Is it? It's a brand. We can argue that later.
I'm not even gonna read that last comment.
So. I'm so sorry.
You just broke Conrad.
Yeah. Oh, Botchamania. Botchamania. Oh, Lord. Don't send this clip to Matthew, please. Ace is in the house. Thank you. I appreciate you guys talking in there. William Regal has an announcement next concerning the NXT Championship. We think we're going to get that, and psych! They go to Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, getting ready to talk about Io and Rhea not getting along and how they're the better team. They're the Shawn Michaels and and Diesel. So, yeah. And I got to give props to, who came up with the name Big Mama Cool? Was it my man Sean Hubbard? I think he gave her the name and tweeted it to her like, I gave you the nickname Big Mama Cool in a chat. So I respect it. Regal makes a big announcement. So what's going to happen with the NXT Championship? Rob, I'm going to give you this distinct honor.
All right, so to answer Malik's question from earlier, there will not be a tournament. Regal comes out and says like it's a tragedy that Karrion Kross had to vacate, but this is NXT. We're going to keep moving forward, so...
War Games!
Not War Games. Next Tuesday, they call it Super Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Nice political references. We're going to have a Fatal 4-Way 60-minute Iron Man match between 4 former champions. And those champions are Johnny Gargano, Tomasso Ciampa, Finn Balor, and Adam Cole. Baby! It's going to be a hell of a main event next week.
Did we really just have Derek yell in the background?
We did.
Anyway, this is going to be nice. Like, 4 former NXT champions. So let's look at what we've got lined up here. You've got Johnny Gargano. To me, the heartbeat of NXT. I don't care what Rob says. Like, this dude is one of my favorite baby faces. He had the most sympathy, I think, for me since Sami Zayn. Like, I sympathize with this person because he always messed up. He always lost the match, tag titles, whatever. DIY cost me a lot of like bets when me and other people would like go against each other for prediction shows. Now next we have Tomasso Ciampa, who Narcolepsy Boy Malik brought up. Ciampa never lost it. Balor never
Hasn't had it in over a year.
Yeah,
Years.
and to me he was the first longest reigning NXT champ that you were like he had a grip on that belt. Let me see. He said Gargano never got an NXT title run.
Never got a long one.
Well, I think that's part of his character. And Cole just lost it and he has the longest reign. So he basically took the words right from my mouth. They have this set up and, dude, Iron Man match. This is like what wrestling video games are made of. This is what you want to be able to do in a wrestling video game. So, lovely. Lovely. You got a favorite?
Going in next week, I'm going to say...
I can't pick anybody, dude. This is tough.
I'm going to pick Balor.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They go back. I mean, you could go with Cole.
The reason why I say that, I can see DIY getting back together since they're both heels now. One more time to help out the tag team division. Adam Cole just lost it, and I feel like he still has unfinished business with either Pat McAfee or the Undisputed Era. So we'll get into that later. Finn Balor really has no set feud right now.
Maybe
He beat Thatcher.
Maybe Velveteen.
Meh.
Just putting it out there. Or maybe this is the time for Gargano and his wife to,
No. I don't want that.
How dare you? He's such a hater. Broken said NXT on Tuesday next week. Yes, sir.
Super Tuesday.
So make sure you guys tune in. I think I'm going to review that one as well. I've been doing some NXT reviews. If you guys like it, hit the like button.
Review that match. At least.
Show me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, listen. I lost it when I heard that. I lost all control of bodily functions when that happened. It was amazing. That was just to pop this guy. But the Cruiserweight Championship match. We have Isaiah Swerve Scott getting ready to take on Santos Escobar.
This is the match we were supposed to get at TakeOver over the weekend, but it got bumped. And it's okay because that would have been a crowded card.
Stop, Derek.
Tanks.
No, he always calls it TNX.
I know.
Disrespect. Cruiserweight Championship match here. I'm going to say this every time. Swerve Scott is above this. He's better than this. Like, this dude should be in the NXT North American title picture.
It's a good match, though.
Do you think he's been devalued, though, with all these losses and everything?
No.
He's looked great in them. I just hate what they're doing with him, kind of. Let's talk about this. Swerve elbow first into the glass.
Yeah, they started out back and forth, trying to one-up each other. And eventually, going out to the...
Here, I'm just gonna... These are your notes, so go ahead.
So going out, they were going for a dive or something out to their side. Escobar catches Swerve and he pulls him down. He goes elbow first into the glass, the panels or whatever on the outside. Then he throws him into the steps. That's when Escobar starts to take over. And
let me ask you this. Was him falling through that glass better than the Lucha Underground fall through the glass? Check out Lucha Underground. I heard it's on Tubi TV all of the seasons. So if you've never watched Lucha Underground, get on it.
I believe that was Ultima Lucha Trace.
Yes, I think
Night
it was.
one?
Yeah. Or maybe it was 4 because it.
No, 4 was the last one.
Yeah, they were already gone by then. So yeah, it's what was it? Ultima Lucha Trace.
Part Night 1.
Yeah.
So
Swerve versus Pineapple Pete. Sorry, go ahead.
Swerve beats the count at 8 to get back in the ring. They're going back and forth again. They get up to the middle turnbuckle. He goes for a Rana. He counters into a powerbomb. It looked like it hurt.
Yeah, dude, that was... These powerbombs have been harsh lately.
Yeah. Eventually, Escobar makes it back to his ring. He's like, what do I got to do to beat this guy? He spits in his face and he boots him. Swerve gets fired up. You don't spit in a man's face, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pandemic. Don't be spitting on people.
Yeah, that's just nasty, too.
Swerve makes his fiery comeback. Looks like he's going to get the W. Then Legado de Fantasma makes their way out for the interference. Breezango, the new NXT Tag Team Champion. So that's another team they can feud with right away.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were in the triple threat.
Yeah. They make their way back out to make the save to make it an even match again. Swerve's still on the takeover. He eventually knocks Escobar out of the ring. Escobar grabs a mask from under the ring. You said it was the Who?
It looked like the Who mask.
It looked like the Who mask. Puts it on. It looked like it was loaded too, maybe like a steel plate at the top. They never elaborated on it.
Bro, they did the 1995 Mask Assassin stuff that they used to do in WCW in 1993. You could clearly see there was something at the top, headbutt, and that's how Swerve loses.
1, 2, 3. Swerve's out.
Thank you, King Cuerno. He was also in Lucha Underground, by the way. Santos Escobar underneath the mask. So sorry to ruin it for you kids.
But the winner is still champion, Santos Escobar. This is a good match.
It was the right decision still, though, to have Santos as champion. I think he's going to dominate the Cruiserweight division for a while. I think he's going to have a nice long reign similar to Pac and Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I really don't have anything else to say about that match. See what I'm talking about in your notes here? Let's just transition, guys. So, Johnny Gargano... Robert has backstage bitching again.
How about nobody appreciates him? How he was the heart and soul of NXT, and how he built this place brick by brick, and blah blah blah. He's the Iron Man of NXT. They're basically doing their pre-match statements before next week. Finn Balor has one as well, saying he's been the centerpiece of NXT. He's been to the mountaintop before, and he'll get there again.
And he doesn't care about all you little trolls on the internet.
Tomasso Ciampa made his statement earlier when he took out Jake Atlas. He didn't have to say much.
Yeah, he already knew the deal.
We get into our next match.
Enzo's reign was trash. That's why we laughed, Ace. Go ahead.
Our next match, Kyle O'Reilly versus Drake Maverick. I didn't know why this match was happening, but...
Did anybody? It was random.
Well, no, a couple weeks ago there was an Undisputed Era beatdown.
Was Maverick part of it?
They just kicked his ass last week.
Well,
unprovoked.
Well, speaking of ass kickings, there was another one in this match. Can you guess who? Do you have a clue? Drake Maverick gets his ass beat by Kyle O'Reilly. And if you guys have never seen Kyle O'Reilly in Ring of Honor, the dude is a tremendous pro wrestler. Like, he doesn't need to be in a tag team, honestly. Like, if you just book him right, you could really make this dude into exactly what you want him to be, which is a wrestling machine. Mm-hmm. Now, the UE eventually make their way out. Maverick tapped out from a heel hook, which I thought was great, because how often have you seen someone tap out from a heel hook in UFC, and now they're bringing it into NXT? It works.
Now, inconspicuous by his absence was Adam Cole. He was not out there with his crew.
Yeah, Roddy and Bobby Fish. I don't know what Bobby Fish was doing near Drake Maverick. Like, they had some weird little interaction that I caught in the corner of my eye. I was like, cut the camera away from that, please. And, yeah. Killian Dane comes out to make the save, which makes everyone from UE scatter. And I was like, oh, maybe we got a new tag team here, like a new Dudley Boys.
Wrong.
Killian Dane beats the crap out of Drake Maverick, too.
One solid lariat right to the throat.
Nobody likes a dude who's going to cry for his job, all right? So
wow.
I'm kidding. Drake Maverick...
You're not wrong.
Drake Maverick got to be back on TV, and this is the thanks he gets, right? So... He takes a beat down here. What's the end game with all of this? Like, I feel like the UE feels like they're stuck in neutral. They're just cruising down the street. They don't know what they're doing. And I feel like even Killian Dane and Drake Maverick are spinning their wheels a little bit. I mean, now they're putting them in a feud against each other, but I don't know. I feel like this is like a Spike Dudley, Bam Bam Bigelow, ECW type feud. No. But think about what I'm saying in the overall scheme. Big guy, little guy. Big guy you expect to dominate, but the little guy's going to eventually get a win. He's going to Dudley dog him.
Killian Dane deserves better.
Yeah.
Moving on. Rhea Ripley backstage interview with one of the nameless, faceless interviewers backstage. Basically saying, if Raquel Gonzalez has a problem with me, say something. Do something about it. That's basically all it was. They're bringing up the fact that Rhea and Io don't get along, so they're not going to make a good team. It's like, oh, we don't have to make a good team. We just need to beat you. Then we get Adam Cole's promo hyping up next week's match. He's the standard bearer. He was the longest reigning champion. He just made a star out of Pat McAfee.
Basically. We're getting some bad stuff here with the audio. Hold on. Let's see what we can do about that. Let me know if it is better for you guys in 1 second here. Hopefully it's better. Yay, nay, let me know in the chat. Press 1 if it got better. And let me know how long it was crunchy for, Foul, if it was for a little bit. But
main event time.
Moving on. Oh, wait, hold on. I wanted to address something. Chris Zuba said UE's waiting on their call-up. Do you think so?
I don't know, man.
That's really tough to say.
Well, what do you do with them? Do you keep them together, one? Because I feel like they're still going to turn on Adam Cole. I don't know why. Maybe next week. Are we still having some issues?
Yeah, still having audio issues. Hold on, peeps. Okay, let's try now. If it's better, if not, we're going to have to work our way through it after the fact. I don't know why the mics have been crunching up a little bit lately. Okay, and what did they say? Better? All right, I know what to do now going forward. Thank you guys for that. I just had to unplug something and then put it back in. Very weird. I'm telling you, listen. I'm going to say this on this stream. I don't care if this gets demonetized. Fuck Streamlabs.
Oh, there we go.
Like, they've been terrible lately. Like, in all honesty, the song had the F word in it. All right? I don't care. So, fucking Streamlabs has been terrible. I don't know why it's been changing settings randomly by itself. File will tell you the exact same thing. Tiffany from the All Elite podcast will tell you the same thing. Streamlabs, fix your shit. Get on your shit. I like using it, but I don't know what you're doing lately.
What he said.
Main event time. We got Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley getting ready to take on Dakota Kai and Big Mama Cool Raquel Gonzalez. As far as this match goes, it was a match. I really don't have a lot to say about it. The heels did their dominant thing.
It was more pushing the narrative than was like an actual like good match, I would say. It was decent. But basically they were trying to show the miscommunication and the dissension between Io and Rhea and the solidarity between Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez.
Yeah, until that super kick goes wrong. But
so we're gonna get our big girl match. Rhea and Raquel start out the match, but Io tags herself in, ruining that moment. They dominate, they isolate Io Shirai, beat her down. She goes to make the hot tag eventually. Referee doesn't see it, so it gets canceled out. She keeps getting beat down. While Rhea's still waiting for the tag, Mercedes Martinez makes her way down to the ring, pulls her off the apron, causes the distraction. Rhea didn't go after her. She got back up on the apron after she backed up. She gets the tag, and she gets taken out by Raquel. She catches a boot. She catches a choke slam. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Right? Derek, you can cut loose now. I'm demonetized. I don't give a shit. Alright. Dakota needed this win, I felt. Dakota and Raquel needed the victory here in this matchup. Mercedes Martinez seems like she's moving into a feud with Rhea Ripley. What do you think's going on with the women's division? Like, I feel like there's a lot of like weaving in and out of storylines amongst each other. So is this leading to like a multi-person match maybe? Or
possibly. I do like what they're doing with Rhea Ripley. Ever since they kind of brought her down after she lost to Charlotte. I know Derek feels the type of way about that still.
Oh, shit.
There's your boy.
According to Triple H, wait and see. They've got plans.
Sure you do.
Anyway.
Well, he's got some plans, alright.
So, how do I want to put this? Tonight's NXT show I thought was really good. They got me hyped for next week's show. I'm going to give this a simple thumbs up, in my opinion. Derek should jump in and just be like, F it. He can if he wants to. That's up to him. I don't force anyone to do anything. Honestly, if you work with me, I'm one of the coolest people to collab with. You can ask people in the chat. Like, I'm chill. Like, yeah, if you want to do it, let's do it. Cool. We're just having a free-flowing conversation right now. Honestly, I feel like I'm not even on my A game right now. And we're just talking about NXT, man, because it's a fun show. I actually enjoyed watching this. Unlike shows on Monday and Friday. Just saying. So, to me, tonight's show was a thumbs up.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
But, like I was saying, somebody said Rhea's been booked like shit since WrestleMania. I agree, but I do like the direction that they're going with her now, where she still has her eye on the title, but she has other feuds. Like, I'm looking forward to her match with Mercedes Martinez. They're both great workers. I'm also looking forward to her working with Raquel Gonzalez. She can bring out the best in her. Rhea's one of the best women's talent they have right now.
Right. I honestly feel like Rhea is really, she's ready to be on Raw and SmackDown. I mean, I don't want to see her wasted either, but she could honestly go up tomorrow, and I think she would fit right into the title picture.
I still want to see her get the NXT title back first before.
Yeah, maybe one more chance.
She shouldn't have lost it.
Yeah. What has there anybody ever been 3-time NXT Women's Champ yet?
I don't think so.
I think there's only 2, Shayna and someone else I think won it twice. But needless to say, NXT was a good show tonight, as Foul just said in the chat as well. I don't watch it often, and I enjoyed it. I used to watch NXT every single week live while it happened on the network. It was great, but when they make me choose between that and AEW, I choose AEW because it's just a different product other than WWE to get my mind off of it and look at something else.
I will say it's still the best thing that WWE is producing, but since they made the move to USA, it feels like it's just off. Something's off about NXT lately.
Right. Like we said, some of the character work, Johnny Gargano and Candice, I don't believe them as heels. I'm sorry to say. Like, I get people want to boo them, and the babyface thing wasn't working either, but they don't feel like heels to me. Let's see here. Chris Azuba said Rhea needs a little more promo work.
She's all right.
Me too. I think she's passable. But you're always working on that craft while you're getting the microphone. PR says, I still don't miss the WWE Network. I ain't mad at you. I've heard there's some great specials. I haven't watched some of the new shows. If you guys watch them, send me a DM, hit me up, let me know what's worth watching on there. It's been a while. Malik Murray, he really wants us to talk about Cody here. What do you think about Cody losing the TNT Championship, and is he turning heel, and who is he going to face at All Out? I don't think he's facing anybody at All Out.
He's going to be out for a minute.
Yeah, he got that ass whipped by Mr. Brody Lee. Now, as far as him losing the championship, I thought it was a good move. It was a great, shocking way to do it.
It was a great angle, too.
Yeah.
It was some heat that the Dark Order desperately needed.
It was one of the exact reasons why. I think every time you feel like you want to count the Dark Order out, they give them this moment where it's like, maybe they're onto something here. And I think Cody's one of the best in the company as far as storylines go and just doing the old school things in pro wrestling that work. He does the work. No pun intended for him.
Teach your wife.
So, speaking of that, guys, we will be back tomorrow with an AEW Dynamite review for their special Wednesday show. We got some, or excuse me, Thursday. I'm fucking used to saying Wednesday. I apologize. All right. They're gonna have their Thursday show, and here's what we've got lined up on the card for you. We've got Chris Jericho, Le Champion. He will be doing guest commentary. We have a match between Britt Baker, Reba, and Penelope Ford taking on Big Swole World.
Reba's going to cost him that match.
Damn it, Reba.
Rebel.
Damn it, Reba. Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara.
Spanish God.
Sorry, I had to wait for it. They're going to be in a tables match. Haven't seen a good tables match in a while, so I'm down for that. Mr. Brody Lee is going to have some celebration with the Dark Order. Maybe there'll be chilies involved. Little baby back ribs. We also have the contract signing between Moxley and MJF. I feel like there'll be some shenanigans in all of that. And the match I'm looking most forward to, the Tag Team Gauntlet. Rob, I got to ask. Does FTR and the Young Bucks lock up in this?
No.
You better not. You better not do this on TV. I think this is going to be really good, though. You got the Natural Nightmares, the Young Bucks, Best Friends, and FTR competing. Winner gets a shot at the AEW Tag Team titles. As Derek would say, he thinks it's the beginning of the end.
Oh, yeah.
So, lots of things to look out for here. Let's see here. Six said, WWE offered me a free trial, and I still don't want it. Damn. A said, Edge and Lita flashback. Don't get me started on those two. Man, I got to do a classic review. It's been a while since I've done one. I don't ever want to talk about them. No, definitely not. Not that Raw episode either. PR said the bubbly for tomorrow. Maybe some mimosa. We are not speaking about that Thunderdome incident broken. Y'all need to stop acting up, though, whoever's in the Thunderdome. Rob, I think we covered it all tonight.
Yes. Unless you got anything else to say, I'm good. Thumbs up show.
Thumbs up show. I can't wait for next week. So next week, Tuesday, be here. We're going to review it. So we've got AEW tomorrow for a Thursday show. And then Sunday, Payback.
Boo.
It's going to be a rough one, but we're going to watch it.
Hey, Keith Lee versus Randy Orton again.
They got some work to do. And some making up to do to me for Monday. So I'm looking forward to just talking these shows and getting in here and talking with you guys. Do me a favor, though, guys. If you haven't, hit the like button. If you're watching this after the fact, comment down below. I message all of you right now. Until I get like 500 comments, we're good, man. Comment down below. We'll talk some pro wrestling. And, guys, if you haven't, invite a friend. Buy a t-shirt. Do something to support everything pro wrestling. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys so much. And we are out. And I might be looking for people for a roundtable soon, so make sure you're following me on Twitter to get at me with that. For myself, Rob, Derek, and the Derek Order, we are out. Peace.